Students often say something like, "I want to speak good English." What that really means is you want to be a strong communicator. You want strong grammar, rich vocabulary, and clear pronunciation. Reading allows you to build vocabulary and grammar, and once you understand a text well, you can use it for oral reading. You just need a strong model, which is what I'm prepared to give you. In this lesson, we'll use a news article from the week to build vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation skills. Let's start. First, a vocabulary quiz to prepare you for the reading. I'll highlight 14 words. Some of these words are likely familiar to you already. If so, then your goal is to make them part of your active vocabulary. If most of the words are new to you, then the first step is simply to understand their meanings. 1. If tigers and lions are wild animals, what kind of cats do people have as pets? Internal, residential, domestic? Answer C. In this context, the opposite of wild is domestic. We can talk about a domestic cat, or more simply, a house cat. 2. We might see a wild animal if it emerges from the forest. In other words, it goes in and disappears, comes out and appears, goes around hunting. Answer B. 3. When I assume something, I could be wrong because I just A. think it's true, B. told a lie, C. studied it. Answer A. 4. My pet dog descended from wolves, which means she was born to wolf parents, she's related to wolves by blood, she's aggressive and violent. Answer B. Descended from is a phrasal verb, and we use it to express origin. The answer is definitely not C. I have a black Labrador, and she's very affectionate. 5. Dr. Jane Goodall's career spanned over 6 decades. What's another word for spanned? Declined, lasted, paused? Answer B. Spanned means lasted or covered. 6. If new evidence upends an old theory, then it overturns or destroys it, supports or expands it, questions it. Answer A. To upend something is to turn it on its head and defeat it. 7. A committee can only move forward if there's consensus, meaning they must all argue thoroughly, must study all details, must all agree. Answer C. 8. If confusion stems from having too many choices, then the number of choices is the problem, is the solution, doesn't matter. Answer A. Stem from is a phrasal verb. Stem from something. 9. If I cannot distinguish Mandarin from Cantonese, then I can't see the difference, can't see the similarities, try to speak both. Answer A. 10. If I imply my disappointment, my listener may not fully understand because I'm expressing myself clearly and directly, indirectly, impolitely. Answer B. To imply something is to hint or suggest without saying it in exact words. 11. We must rely on evidence to make conclusions. Another word for rely on is depend on, record or note, destroy. Answer A. Note that rely on is a phrasal verb. Rely on something. 12. Being adaptable helps in business because you must be able to see the details, speak well, change. Answer C. When you adapt, you change according to new circumstances. Adaptable is the adjective. 13. If anything related to dogs is labeled canine, what are things related to cats called? Marine, bovine or bovine, feline. Answer C. 14. If a tail grows out the rear end of an animal, where do whiskers grow? On the ears, on the sides of the face, on the paws. Answer B. There are other advanced words in the article, but you'll be able to handle the challenge and understand their meaning in context. The 14 words we just studied are the ones worth learning and retaining. Let's start reading. I'll pause a few times to check your comprehension. The article is from the Health and Science section from the December 19th, 2025 issue of The Week. Domestic cats are not so ancient. Modern house cats didn't emerge in the Fertile Crescent with the rise of agriculture, as we've long assumed. Instead, they are descended from wild cats in North Africa, a new DNA study shows, and they reached Europe only about 2,000 years ago. Okay, question. You may recall that the Fertile Crescent is in the Middle East. What's the latest finding? Where did cats come from? North Africa. The study, which sequenced 87 genomes from cat bones spanning a period of 10,000 years, upends decades of archaeological consensus and suggests that cats took far longer to formalize their partnership with humans than dogs did. Part of the confusion stems from the fact that cat remains are rare at dig sites, and it can be hard to distinguish domestic bones from wild cat bones. Question: which animals started forming relationships with humans first, dogs or cats? Dogs. Another question: which bones are hard to distinguish? I'll give you 3 choices: cat versus dog bones, domestic versus wild cat bones, or ancient versus modern bones. The answer is B, the second one. Previous theories that implied a Middle Eastern origin to house cats relied on mitochondrial DNA. Full genomes, however, show that the cats found across Neolithic sites before 200 BC were not pets, but simply European wildcats that lived alongside, and sometimes were eaten by, prehistoric farmers. Question: what did prehistoric farmers do with cats? Keep them as pets or live near them? Answer B. The article says the farmers lived alongside them and sometimes ate them. True domestic cats, which are genetically closest to modern African wildcats around Tunisia, appeared during the Roman era. The authors theorize that these adaptable mousers were probably ferried around Mediterranean trade routes by Phoenician and Punic seafarers before Roman soldiers carried them across Europe. I didn't teach you ferry or ferry around, but can you guess from context? Here's the sentence: these adaptable mousers were probably ferried around Mediterranean trade routes by Phoenician and Punic seafarers. Okay, let's back up. What are mousers? Those who catch mice, cats. Who are seafarers? Those who travel by sea. Why would cats be useful to those traveling on ships? Because they could catch the mice, or possibly rats. The cats adapted to sea life. They were adaptable. So the ancient seafarers ferried the cats around. They took them by boat or ship. A ferry is a kind of boat used to transport people or things. Remember, you don't have to look up every word when you're reading a book or an article. Often you can guess a word from context. Feline remains found at Roman military sites, the study shows, are closely related to modern domestic kitties. Cats are still mysterious, feline geneticist Leslie Lyons tells National Geographic, and they're giving up their secrets one whisker at a time. Did you catch the other name for cats? Look again. Kitties. One kitty, two kitties. This is a cute word. Little children use it. We're going to look at grammar in a second, but first, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This article uses good sentence structure. I want you to notice a pattern with prepositional phrases. Take a look. Here's our first example. Modern house cats didn't emerge in the Fertile Crescent with the rise of agriculture. Look for the prepositions, those little words. Do you see them? In, with, of. We have two main prepositional phrases. The second one has another prepositional phrase within it. Which one clearly gives information about location? The first or second? The first. The second one is more about time. It's like saying when agricultural practices started. Prepositional phrases give us more information, and they often come at the end of a sentence. If there's more than one, they tend to follow an order, a sequence. Let's take a look at another example so you can identify the pattern. Instead, they are descended from wildcats in North Africa. Where are the prepositions? From, in. There are two prepositional phrases. The second is clearly about location. What information does the first prepositional phrase give us? Manner or time? Manner, the manner in which cats are descended. The general order of prepositional phrases is manner, place, time. Just remember they go in alphabetical order, M-P-T. Here's a third example from the article, but I want to quiz you. Which sentence is written more naturally? Hint, manner, place, time. Answer A. Place comes before time. Full genomes, however, show that the cats found across Neolithic sites before 200 BC were not pets. Let's create our own examples using the pattern manner, place, time. Put the words in the correct order. Marcia cuddled with her feline friend on the sofa after dinner. I assumed that Jerome took his dog for a walk around the block before work. A deer emerged from the woods during the night. I implied that I would arrive at her house by midday. How did you do with that task? Be sure to review the vocabulary words. For pronunciation practice, you can go back and read the article aloud with me in parts. First, listen to my model and then repeat. I'd like to challenge you to use one new vocabulary word in a sentence with at least one prepositional phrase. Share your sentence in the comments. If you'd like more practice, interaction, and feedback, then consider joining the English with Jennifer community on Patreon, where we practice all skills for confident, effective communication. The link is in the video description. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and happy studies.